Hello, welcome to Conversations with Catherine. I am so excited because joining me is author Stephanie Pletka. She wrote the book, Living Your Best Life, Letting Go of Self-Doubt, Fear, and Others' Expectations to Live the Life You've Always Dreamed, and who would not want to do that? Thank you so much for joining me, Stephanie. Good to talk to you.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Catherine.
Well, I love the fact that we're going to talk about something a lot of moms can relate to right now, whether they're working at home or they're stay at home, because we're all quarantined and we're dealing with a lot at once. A lot of women are feeling like they're going insane. And so you're going to talk a little bit about the fact that you cannot always control a situation like this one, but we can control our perspective toward it, right?
Absolutely. So we're going to talk quickly about the problem and the gift and the revelation. And oftentimes we may think that life should be wrapped in this pretty little red bow, but there's always hair to cut and dishes to wash, a lawn to mow, and a to-do list to check off. And sometimes, it's like, stop trying to hurry through the list of life, because until you breathe your last breath, there is no end. And you're probably thinking, I thought this girl was supposed to be inspiring us.
You are inspiring.
But life it's not a sprint. It's rather a slow-paced marathon. So during the quarantine, oftentimes it's going to look like that our house looks like 6 squirrels live in it, because they do. But it's okay, because life is not perfect. It's just maintenance.
Well, we all, I think, feel overwhelmed in some sense. And I know I wake up every day and I have a to-do list. And sometimes if I don't check off everything on it, I feel a little stressed out and anxiety because I didn't do everything I said I was going to do. But I like the way that you approach things, and that it is, look at the gifts that we've been given, which is time. It's not probably the way we wanted to be given that gift, but it is a gift in and of itself. And so, give ourselves some grace, some opportunity to slack off a little bit in trying to do too much, right?
Exactly, because the gift here is quarantine. And I know right now we may be dealing with finances or the loss of a job, or yes, there are tough times, but there are so many silver linings in the tough places. There's gifts, there's goodness. So we just have to, like, for right now, I've got a son that's leaving for college, and I'm trying to insert myself into his life, Thursday dinner and all the things. And right now, we have conversations like after dinner walks, and it's a chance to prioritize our lives, maybe clean out the closets or figure out our budget. So, having this, even with you right now in this conversations with Catherine, I mean, look what's bloomed from this. It's awesome.
Some great conversations. And I think the biggest blessing in all of this for most of us is this connection or reconnection with people, and just reconnecting to the basics, going back to the basics.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the suggestions that you have for us. But before we get into that, I do want to mention that you did this survey of 30 of your women friends and asked them to give you adjectives about how they were feeling right now during this whole situation. What were some of the words that they presented to you?
Yes, that's a great point. Exhausted, overwhelmed, they felt unqualified, not enough. Did any of those ring a bell with you guys? They felt fearful, full of anxiety. So we discussed, how can we blow off steam? And it's going to come out some way or the other. There's going to either be an explosion, or we're going to have that nice little valve that just kind of spews and we're good. So right now, our families, life is meant to ebb and flow. It's meant not to be stagnant. And right now, we're all in close proximity. And so the 5 ways we came up with that worked best for all of us, number 1 was to sit in the car alone. Just go out to the driveway and listen to your favorite music and just laugh and sing and dance. Like, get out what you need to say. Make yourself feel heard. And then number 2, we'll just quickly go FaceTime a friend. I'm sure you've really enjoyed this, Catherine, with talking to lots of people.
Friday nights. Yes, yeah, Friday night happy hour with my friends. I love that. I look forward to that.
Yes, I can totally see you doing that now. Just a party, like a digital party, but sharing our war stories and going, girl, me too. I know what you're going through. There is something about like good community and connection.
Absolutely. And your third suggestion, very, very important, because we don't want to diminish, I should say, the feelings that we're having right now, but we also, you say, have to give ourselves some grace, right?
Absolutely. You know, right now, we are the teacher. And I mean, I don't know about you, but like 5th grade math, I mean, it's just over my pay grade at this point. And, you know, geometry and algebra, I'm like, I know I took that in school. But right now, we've got to give ourselves some virtual gold stars because, I mean, I didn't know that Pluto was no longer a planet. And now I'm the teacher. What has this world come to? But, you know, we just have to, instead of putting the mom guilt on for going, oh, I should be better than this, I should be enough, we need to go, you know what, they ate last night. Like, they slept in a bed. These kids feel loved. Boom, we're winning.
Yes, that is a major win. Number 4, you say FaceTime a friend, which we talked about, even if it's just happy hour, and take time for yourself.
Absolutely. We've got to take time for ourselves. Our brain needs to heal itself. You cannot be with someone 24/7 and it's like, mom, 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 mom. I mean, I haven't heard my name in weeks, you know, it's like, say my name, somebody, you know, I knew I was going to get on the phone with Catherine and I'm like, say my name.
Stephanie.
Woohoo! And so, you know, I would say, get out there, grab some chocolate, eat it by yourself. Don't share it with the kids, get in your closet, just some time alone, a bubble bath, talk to your spouse and say, hey, I need 30 uninterrupted moments and mama's going to come back and she's going to be great again.
Sometimes I stay up a little too late, but it's because I have that time where it's just me and I can indulge in Netflix or, you know, spend some time on the puzzle my son and I started working on. So I think that's really, really important that we have that individual time to give to ourselves, whatever it is we want to enjoy. The last tip you suggest is to get outside and call your children. And I love this because we sometimes forget how precious that voice is until we get away from it, right?
That's exactly right. You know, it's like that song that I heard once. It's like from the outside looking in. Like when you're in the chaos of life and all the busyness and you're just go, go, go and hurried. If you go outside, you don't really hear the craziness, the sounds, but you do see the goodness. And there's ooey gooey goodness in this journey of life. And when you look in and you see maybe the kids are laughing or wrestling with dad or whatever, doing their homework, it's like, these times are great because they are mine.
We are learning to appreciate so many blessings that maybe we took for granted before. And you are one of them because you're always so full of inspiration, Stephanie.
You're so sweet.
I want to remind people. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to remind people that life is not perfect. It's just maintenance. So just, you know, straighten your crown and warrior on.
Yes, indeed. I love that. We are warriors. Absolutely. Your website is stephaniepletka.com. People can find you there. You're on Instagram at Stephanie Pletka. And of course, they can find your book where books are sold. So thank you, Stephanie, for being so positive and such an inspiration always. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Catherine. It's been a pleasure.